Hey, it's mrXirish here with another Napoleon Total War Online battle gameplay. Today we're featuring a 3v3 battle between myself, mrXirish, playing as Denmark, OPSEC playing as the United Kingdom, and PieJoe21 playing as Prussia. We are defending from the attacking forces, who are Rhino2626 playing as Russia, Fisbian, who's playing as the United Kingdom, and Basket Case 045, who's also playing as the United Kingdom. This is just a map on Galician Ria, and it's a no-rules map, so there's no limits on artillery or cav or anything like that. So we'll just go ahead and jump to the battle. Excuse me, this is a 3v3 battle, as I said. A little shout out there for PieJoe21. This is I was playing with him, and he wanted me to make a little shout out. We played a couple games too that night, so yeah, you'll see he played a big part in the later part of the battle with some artillery for Prussia. I'll go ahead and take a look at my army today. I have 3 units of skirmishers, sharpshooters, 3 units of 7-pounder howitzers, 2 units of my lifeguards on foot, my elite infantry, 4 units of cavalry. I have some light dragoons on my right, and I have some of my more elite cavalry, my lifeguards, horse on my left. So I have 2 units of each. And then I have my normal line infantry. I have 4 battalions of them. And I have a unit of howitzer following every single major unit of infantry. So I'll look at my allies' army as well. OPSEC, a couple units of horse artillery, some light foot, some normal fencibles, or just foot, I should say. I think he's got some cavalry too here in the forest. I'm not sure. Yeah, in the forest, and some dragoon guards there. And I'll go ahead and look at my other ally. His forces, you can see those rockets coming down all the way from Great Britain. I don't know, I'm not sure if that's Fisbian or Basket Case, but using some rockets there. I think he had 1 unit of rockets. But my ally, PieJoe21, you can see he has some foot guards here, some Prussian fusiliers, lancers, some Brandenburg Uhlans, and he's kind of doing a little aggressive rush here. So he's advancing my right, so I decided to advance my center. I didn't want him to just be out there. I have 2 units of excuse me, 2 units of howitzers that I've unhorsed, I guess, unmounted, I should say, and they're firing their artillery. I'm just kind of moving my elite infantry over to the left behind this little house. They're kind of acting as my reserves for the moment. I'm going to set up my 7-pounder howitzer on the right here. You can see my line of infantry is kind of hidden in this forest, so they're not totally visible. And I'm going to go ahead and move the skirmishers a little bit too. And yes, my left ally is advancing a bit well. I'm bringing over my lifeguards, cavalry, in case he needs any help with any forces. Because as you can see in the distance here, we'll go to the map. My ally PieJoe did a little cavalry rush here with his lancers. He's attacking their main center. You can see he attacked the British rocket troop. He attacked some of their fencibles. You can see he just kind of had a massive, I don't know what allied enemy axis this is, sorry, but he just had the 42nd foot of the Black Watch, a lot of fencibles there in the center that PieJoe attacked, and some fencibles there in the distance as well. We'll go ahead and look at the other United Kingdom force that we were fighting against. We got some 5-inch howitzers, some more foot guards, some more fencibles, and some units, and he has put 3 units, 240 units in that house. And then we'll go ahead and look at the Russians today. 20-pound unicorn, so some some infantry there, some light infantry, I believe, or militia, excuse me. Some more 12-pounder foot artillery, some musketeers, some Pavlovsk grenadiers, and some more musketeers. So I went ahead and remounted my 2 units of 7-pounder howitzers. I'm going to move them up a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and move them up right behind these sharpshooters, and they're going to lay down some stakes so to prevent any attacks on my howitzers. So we're going to actually go ahead and fast forward a little bit in the battle right now until some more action occurs on my part. And back at the battle here, all that's really happened is I've continued to lay down some artillery. You can see those stakes are up in front of my howitzers, and I moved my sharpshooters as well. My ally, OPSEC, did a cavalry charge here against the Russians, so I went ahead and joined with my life guards and horse a little bit after the initial cavalry charge on his part, so that they couldn't, hopefully would maybe distracted and not see mine. So I decided to quick take out his militia. And then I also brought in my light dragoons. That was a mistake. I think I accidentally clicked them over and I put them, they came through right in the foot guards, British foot guards line of fire, so that was a big mistake on my part. After defeating their militia, I went ahead and took my life guards to attack their dragoons in the forest right here somewhere. Yeah, the dragoon guards, I believe. So they'll get attacking with them. My units, my center is still stationary. You can see my ally, Paijo, he is making a pretty good front here, aggressive front on the right side of the map. So hopefully he can get around that side and then start flanking to join kind of me with my center, a general flank against these United Kingdom forces. And my other ally, OPSEC, is continuing to harass them a little bit up front, but maintaining the majority of his force in the rear.
Our men are running,
Advancing my sharpshooters a little bit. You can see I was able to, I think that was my dragoons that were retreating. But my dragoons attacked the dragoon guards, the British dragoon guards from the front, and I attacked with my life guards, of course, in the rear. My artillery getting some good runs down, and as this was happening, I decided to advance my sharpshooters and my line infantry. I bring my life guards, or my elite infantry around in a bit to be back in the reserves to be ready to come. See the fighting here in the forest against the British dragoons with artillery coming from above. So my unit will probably end up retreating here, but we got a good portion of his two almost, I think, most powerful cavalry units out of the way. I mean, there's 9 horses left, 7 and 15, so definitely a worthy... Oh, one's already retreating. We could maybe defeat these dragoons guards, that'd be awesome.
Our general is under attack.
And I'm quickly advancing my units. I think I forgot to put my sharpshooters in guard mode, so they were kind of way too aggressive here. You can see he's firing his short-range howitzers. He brought some more supporting cavalry. My dragoons are retreating, I believe. Nope, not yet. I don't think I was quite able to retreat them. Yep, they're retreating, but they got a good portion of the enemy cavalry as well, so definitely a success there. Some fire going on here. Pretty soon I need to watch out and swing around my line infantry so I don't get flanked here. I'm continuing to fire my artillery. I have 1 unit here. 2 units there, sorry, and 1 unit that's coming up of 7-pounders. So I'm bringing back my line infantry units, and now there kind of will be 2 lines of fire against this little foot guards battalion. And you can see that really worked out because he fired those howitzers right on his own troops as I retreated my line infantry, so I got a little lucky there. And now I'm gonna, after maybe 1 or 2 volleys of fires, I'm gonna pull back these troops again because you can see they're about to get flanked in a matter of seconds. Continuing to look at the map, you can see Paijo is really doing work on the right side of the map against the United Kingdom. I don't know if that's Rhino 26 or Fisbian or Basket Case. It's not Fisbian, but it might be Basket Case. But he's doing a good job over there. And my other ally, OPSEC, is still holding strong and hasn't really pushed forward his army, but he has done a good job of kind of harassing them and giving good damage. So now taking out my 7-pounders here, I'm going to start laying down some fire at close range, so it should be pretty effective. I need to hurry up and get this unit out of the way so I can pull back these line infantry units and hopefully pull them back and then swing these around to get a flank going on these foot infantry and then hit these fencibles from the center. And I went ahead and attacked with my life guards. So I'm going to try to wipe out his artillery, his 9-pounders. It's very powerful artillery. And as that's happening, I can swing around these 2 battalions of line infantry. My sharpshooter is doing a good job here. I don't know why I had him so close to the foot guards. Do a very good job micromanaging my skirmishers. Bringing my 3-star general over here to boost morale. Good job with my artillery over here as well. and I'm quickly bringing over my lifeguards, my elite infantry. You can see that's going to do really good if I'm able to flank with these foot guards, because this unit of sharpshooters aren't going to last long. Let's see with that artillery above. My cavalry is doing very good. Wiped out already 1 or 2 units of their artillery and doing a good job against these fencibles. Some good volley fire going on here. They can see there come my elite troops. 120 men strong, 2 battalions that are undamaged. So these fencible foot guards are in for a surprise. My howitzers doing a really good job getting some of their units in the kind of mass cluster of troops going on. And I was able to get my lifeguards out of that kind of sticky situation there and hit some of their, I believe they had either some artillery units that I was able to take care of in their rear, so that was nice. You can see my elite troops in the forest here doing some solid volley fire. Artillery raining from above with my howitzers. You can see those foot guards are retreating. I was able to advance my line infantry a little bit. I actually did an infantry charge here against his foot guards, 47 men against my 72. He's advancing his fencibles, so if I'll be able to get 1 round of artillery on them as they approach, that'd be nice. They're in a little clump right there of like 200 men. My artillery is still doing a solid job from over there. We'll see how this artillery
Our men are running, sir.
crashes down. Oh, good job there. That was a nice hit. My foot guards, elite foot guards, trying to take care of this unit of British foot. We'll keep looking at how the other part of the map's doing. You can see Paijo is almost completely taken care of. Maybe not, I should say completely taken care of, but he's doing a really good job here on the right. OPSEC starting to advance his troops a little bit. He will come in a bit, and now Paijo's doing a really good job. You can see here he's actually using here his artillery to hit these British troops in the rear, so he's really helping me out by hitting them in the rear with his artillery. And I got a little cavalry charge here. Or I shouldn't say I was a victim of one, of a Russian cavalry charge by Rhino 2626 against my elite infantry. Luckily, I'll probably be able to handle it pretty good since it is my elite infantry. I retreated my 1 or 2 units of line infantry back to the howitzers, and I'll bring back my 3-star general here in a bit as well. As soon as I take care of these Russian cavalry units, I'll withdraw my elite troops as well. So I can try to hopefully bring the British closer to these howitzers so I can get a greater accuracy rate. I should say accuracy rate, but just a higher accuracy level with 3 units of artillery concentrating on this little area of troops. To see how it's doing. I was able to get 1 unit in squares. You can see
our men are running, sir.
1 unit of lifeguards is retreating, unfortunately, but they were able to take care of that Russian cavalry. And with pulling back my remaining unit of lifeguards, still 120 men strong with all that volley fire. They did not lose 1 man, so good job there. And I was very lucky here. He did a cavalry charge, but since I had these 2 units of line infantry ready, they were ready to fire, and I was able to wipe out 1 unit of Dragoon Guards, but they were able to attack my unit of artillery. You can see now I'm having my lifeguards run and hopefully try to get rid of some of these British cavalry, so I can hopefully salvage a few men to get back on that unit of artillery. I am since he's kind of doing an advance here, you can see with about 4 battalions of troops, I'm going to have my men go in this house here. So 1 unit of British cavalry is retreating, the other one's coming back here.
We have taken a
and
building,
I just
sir.
had my men sprint as fast as they could to get over here because I do not want him wiping out these 2 units of artillery. These are very important. I think these are my only troops on the field. We'll go ahead and take a look now at the rest of the battlefield. You can see OPSEC did a full advance here. You know, he was all the way back here with his entire line of army. I shouldn't say that line of army, but all his main center. And he advanced against the Russians. They have some big units of musketeers left, so it should be a nice battle there. You can see Paijo has completely wiped out his enemy, so now he's going to be able to flank and hit from the rear these United Kingdom forces that I'm fighting, so that's a solid. point in our favor. I was able to wipe out those units of cavalry with some rounds of volley from my elite troops. I believe so. They are retreating. So my howitzers in my rear are safe and sound. And I felt like he was kind of just coming toward my artillery. I was able to get about 4 men, I believe, back in this artillery, and I was able to get 2 cannons going and get some grape shot. So that'll be effective if they do not do an infantry charge. And I'm going to go ahead and bring out all my men from this building because they don't have a range high enough to hit them from there. And I don't want to let him. I don't want to let him take out my elite infantry first, and then my 2 units of line infantry. So I'll go ahead and fast forward until my line infantry start beginning volley fire. And back at the battle here, you can see my units are beginning to rain some volley fire on these approaching British invincibles. I have about 3 ranks still, so I have a solid unit of line infantry, 108 men remaining. I still, I believe, 52 men left in that one, so still 2 solid units. I think I only have 8 men left in my general staff, so I gotta keep him safe. And I'm swinging around my lifeguards, elite infantry.
We have killed their general, sir.
To try
Now
to get
they
rid of,
must
I believe,
break.
I mean, they're pretty good troops. They should be able to take care of these British forces, especially with my howitzers. See, now the good thing is since I pulled back my troops, the British troops are pulled back my Danish troops. The British troops are a lot closer. So you can see my howitzers are can get really much better accuracy compared to all the way over there on the hill. So hopefully my howitzers will be able to lay down some good mortar fire. I think I only have, what, 1 man left doing a cannon. But, so, he's not able to do too much. Looks like the enemy general has been killed. We've captured a house and another house. So as you can see, Pai Zhou in the distance there with his Prussia 7-pounder howitzers. He is giving fire from the right and laying down some mortar shells on these fencibles. So, big job there. Job well done by Pai Zhou. Some solid volley fire going on here between my line infantry and his fencibles.
Glorious victory,
My lifeguards
sir,
afoot.
is soon
Morale
to
is
be
very
yours.
high. You can already see some of his units are retreating. So looks like I've about taken care of my enemy at least. And I have, so good job there. I'll start approaching my forces because all that remains are some Russian forces over here. Some musketeers. I think that might be it actually. Go ahead and look at the map. Yeah, that might be it. So my enemy's taken care of. Pai Zhou's is taken care of. It's just OPSEC fighting against the remaining Russian forces. That should quickly bring an end to the battle. And that will, so that should bring an end to this 3v3 multiplayer battle on Napoleon Total War, Galician Ria, excuse me. And these are the unit stats. I only had 1,100 men, wow, and I was able to kill 900, but the award goes to Pai Zhou, who's able to kill 1,100 men. So that's a victory for OPSEC, mrXirish, and Pai Zhou, and a defeat for Rhino 2626 Fisbian and Basket Case 045. So, I hope you liked it. I think this was my first uploaded 3v3 battle. We had no lag during the battle, so it was a nice battle. So other than that, this is mrXirish. Thanks for watching. I'll have another video out soon.